So I was like, girl, let me tell you, je ne sais quoi. I love you. I was ready, right? But you know, she don't mess with the kid no more.
God, that's sad.
And she can't because I'm locked in.
Yeah, so like it don't even matter now.
Right.
So what's the number?
Welcome back to Lessons from the Inside. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, grab whatever refreshments you want. I'm Carl DeBose, your host with the most. This is Mr. Kendrix Combs, your co-host, close to home. Okay. Listen, I do want to start out by thanking our sponsor, Mr. Stain Dr. Detail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
God bless.
Much appreciate.
Listen, get with the man if you're trying to get right as far as your car looking nice.
Not only looking right, but for the right price. Won't hurt your pockets one bit.
Pockets are going to stay on. Slim. Not.
Company is Ford tough.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Speaking of Fords, I do not think that they are reliable vehicles to travel with.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because, like, you know the whole stereotype, like, found on road dead? I promise you, I've never seen more cars in my family get essentially thrown away than Fords. Like, my brother-in-law, he has, his Ford has the Triton engine. Ford knows that something's wrong with it, won't recall it. My sister had a Ford, Expedition, I want to say. That thing broke down. She had to just give it back because you couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think I can recall any of my folks ever having a Ford.
I wonder why. Seems like they made smart decisions. My dad's F-150 though, a poor truck. Like it did go the distance. Now my dad's like a car guy, so I mean, it went the distance. But like during like a sandstorm up where he lives, like it got totaled.
A sandstorm?
Yeah, it was weird. My mom's did too. She has a Jeep. Jeeps aren't reliably big.
What? I heard Jeeps were like that car. Like
they have a lot of electrical issues. My Jeep, a lot of electrical issues.
Huh. Then why do so many people want Jeeps?
Status.
It's not even a good status. What?
Right, but like you buy a Wrangler and like you're suddenly one of those people.
Okay.
Horrible on gas mileage. Horrible car on gas mileage.
Yeah, I've never been a Jeep fan. My ex's father had a Jeep, and I wanted to inflict damage to him on a few occasions, so that made me not like Jeeps at all.
My ex had a father, so I get that.
Some connection there.
Yeah. Listen, I don't like. Okay, so I mean, are you like when you travel? Do you drive or do you fly?
Oh, it depends. It depends like on how far, and also how far time is out that I go, and if I want to drive or like that distance or something like that.
Yeah, that's understandable. I promise you, this fly is going to get murked.
I knew it.
I promise it's gonna get murked. Anyways, no, I'm like a big travel person. You know, you see my stories all the time. I'm like never home.
The random friend that's in Winnebago the next day.
I'm saying like I'm never really home.
Why are you in Peru?
Like yeah, and like what's crazy is that like typically I will like drive to most places. Like I remember when me and my family, this was a while back, but we drove from Arkansas to New Jersey. That, let me tell you, like, I don't know if you ever done that drive.
Yeah.
Horrible drive. Horrendous drive. Like, it is a long drive. And I remember, this was legal. I promise this was legal. But Herbalife made this stuff called Liftoff. And I was like 17, 18, somewhere around there. And I took it, and I drove, I want to say 13 hours straight.
Was it a CBD product or a caffeine product?
It was a caffeine product.
Oh.
It was like a pre-workout.
Oh.
I was wired. Like
13 hours?
13 hours. It's toxic. It's problematic.
Yeah, it just sounds like it.
My heart probably should have stopped. No 13-year-old needed, like, and I think I took 2.
Oh.
Like, my aunt, she was like I don't know what she was considered, but she, like, was a consultant for Herbalife. She's like, hey, take half of one. I was like,
I took 2.
I took 4 times.
Quadruple dose.
I'm saying.
Quadruple dose.
I'm saying. But, like, I do really enjoy... I don't like heights, but I do enjoy flying.
Yeah. Dude, my first time flying was 2 years ago.
For real.
That was my very first time flying. I was back. I mentioned in one of the episodes I was doing a business thing with a whole bunch of other people that I met out of Houston.
Oh yeah.
And there was a convention in Florida, and I was gonna drive, but love my folks, but they were being a pain in my butt. So I was like, it's okay. I'll just get a plane ticket real fast.
Yeah.
So got the plane ticket, flew out the next day, and like I was nervous, especially with TSA practices. You know, you can't have more than half a squirt of liquid in your bag or you getting it thrown away. And I was so scared. I was so scared about like just getting through TSA that like once I actually went through and faced it and got on the flight, I was like, okay, cool. Wasn't too bad. I played Plants vs. Zombies the whole actual flight, so I was really chilling. It was 2, I think. The second one, yeah.
The second one is actually pretty fire.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie.
I had the little
good.
seedlings, but it was. But yeah, so yeah, and like I've been just getting more acquainted with it. Like, fortunately, this year I've been able to take other flights. Some of the organizations that I'm a part of help grow my networking skills and my skill base overall. And I plan to, when I grow old and have my career, I plan to be able to travel freely. I plan to be that random friend that's in Peru or in Kuwait, just chilling.
Oh yeah.
That's like my dream. That's my dream.
Listen, I respect that. I always bring her up. But my girlfriend, she's a traveler too. She's a jet setter. But she'll go like out of the country.
See,
I'm not like, it just boils down to where I'm going. Like, so for my birthday, of course, like everybody's going to, Jamaica and all that with me. Mm-hmm. Like, that's cool, right? Yeah. But like even though you see me in random places, I think maybe if you didn't see me in random places all the time, I'd probably be like once or twice a year going to like
somewhere out of the country.
Yeah, but I don't have my passport.
Yeah. See, I want my passport too, bro. What was it? Senior year of high school, my dream that I had saved up for and everything. Me and my homeboys were gonna go to Japan. Like, that's like my number one bucket list place to go. We had everything set up. It was just gonna be the process of getting our passports. The sickness came. The sickness came and shut everything down, and I was depressed. I'm still depressed about it, but you know what? Now things opening back up, so we're gonna get there one day.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna get there one day.
Oh yeah. Keep subscribing so that we can make money to go to Japan. Maybe we could do a podcast in Japan. I'd be down.
Definitely, bro.
I'd be so down. That'd be fun. We could interview random people on the street. Aren't they like racist in Japan though?
A tinge. No.
Yeah,
Japan is lovely. They're not racist whatsoever. We're just gonna go over there and have a good time. Yeah. So, Japan is a lovely place that I would love to go. But back to what you said, like, depends on where you're going. There are a lot of places that you have to watch your back in. Like, even just within the states. Like what's some of the most dangerous places you know?
Chicago, Little Rock, Georgia. I mean, not Georgia, Atlanta, Oregon.
Oregon? Hold on, wait.
Oregon. Yeah, well, they like decriminalize every drug.
Oh, okay. I saw a video on that, and it was depressing.
It's crazy.
People were in the street smoking crack pipes, and like,
it's insane.
It was just so casual. Like, yeah, got me a bowl right here. I'm just gonna hit it up real quick. I'm like, cool.
But the reasoning behind it is political, so we won't get super into detail. But the reasoning behind it, like, depending on where you stand on the spectrum, can make sense. Yeah. I'm not saying it makes sense, but it can. But we won't touch on that too much. Me personally, I'm going back to the original thing. I'm a big driver. Like I said, I took that lift off, drove for 13 hours straight. I know my family, we're like a family of drivers because my dad, that's his big thing. He's like, let's drive wherever we're gonna go. But what's interesting is that I'm more like my dad in that, like, I wake up early. I don't necessarily need a bunch of sleep to function, like all these different things. As to where my mom is like let me stop at this truck stop and we gonna sleep kind of person.
Dude, craziest thing about me is I can operate on little to no sleep. The minute I get behind the wheel of a car, everything's out the door. Like, dude, I'm like insomniac? I have driver's insomnia. Like, the minute I'm on the road for like an hour or two, instantly I just get drowsy. And I could be just woke up. I could be done some jumping jacks or anything like that, like full of energy. If I'm behind, the minute I touch the wheel, it's all out the window, and I'm just sitting there like, struggling to
You're
stay
like,
up.
yeah.
And like that's not safe.
No, I get that.
I'm not. That's why I'm. If it wasn't for that, I would be a driver. You know, save money, fun, just to sightsee and things like that. But I don't know how I got to that point. I'm trying to work away from that point, but yeah, I'm just not the biggest driving fan.
Shoot, I love driving. I have a field day with driving, cause like especially my car.
Yeah.
So like man, but like driving is I don't know. It's one of those things where like because my family is the way that it is, I just in my brain I take it upon myself. This might be like toxic masculinity to a certain degree, but I take it upon myself to be like, oh yeah, like I have to like drive the entire distance. And like my sister, she'll be like, are you ready to switch? Like, are you good? I'll be like, yeah, I'm fine. I could be ready to like crash and die, sleep wise, but like I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I remember the last trip we went on, like she kept asking me, she was like, are you good? Because I went to visit my girlfriend, and I didn't go to bed till like 1 that night, and I had to be up at like 4:30 so I could meet her at 5:30, my sister at 5:30 or 6 or something like that, to then go to, I think it was Texas.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that was
no sleep.
I got no sleep, and she my girlfriend asked me, she's like, are you okay? Like, are you gonna be able to make it? I was like, yeah, like it's fine. And I commend her because she dang, I can't even mention what kind of car she has, but she has a very reliable car. Yeah. And she made it all the way to Colorado in that car, like by herself. And I was like, dang, like this is a match made in heaven, because I can trust that you're gonna be able to like go the distance as far as driving to any destination goes. Like,
yeah,
we'll be okay. Yeah. We can't take my car, like, because let me tell you, my car incites violence. You know, somebody like ran me off the road, like the last trip I took.
When you went to go visit your girlfriend?
No, well, yeah. After like I went and left her to go pick up my niece and nephew.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, someone ran us off the road. Like it was insane. It was insane. And like,
what would drive somebody to do that?
I don't know. Stupid. I don't know, but like the guy, like all of a sudden I'm looking to my right, all of a sudden, mind you, I'm like partially deaf in my right ear, so I can't hear you if you're honking and like upset with me about something. Yeah. So like my sister's asleep in the passenger seat, you know, niece and nephew are like, well, my niece was in the back seat, she was awake for it, but yeah, he ran me off the road into like a field, and like thank the Lord I'm the kind of driver that I am. Mm-hmm. So we didn't stop, like we just like tall grass upon tall grass was hitting my car, and like we stopped somewhere and like we look under. Granted, this man had done this to other drivers like while on the road, but anyways, we stopped somewhere and we look under. There's a bunch of tall grass, and so my car's dirty, like dirty. Thankfully, Stain Doctor Detail.
He got you right.
He got me right for a good price. He made sure that my baby was good. Like,
thank God.
And I'm telling you,
not only will y'all save you safe and clean, bro.
And I saved money.
And this
three saves.
You almost got hurt, but your pockets didn't.
I'm saying. But getting back, like,
people like that as well, bro.
No, it was
get
crazy.
The tags or anything?
No, she did. Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, he gonna have to see me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I want a new car. I want a Hellcat. Like,
bro, I'm getting everything I can off of him.
Suing. Like, I wish I had a dash cam. You
saying I might go buy one?
I'm saying that and a radar detector. Because when you're traveling, that radar detector is probably like
get you ready.
Probably. I'm just saying. Producer Sophie's looking at me some kind of way, but I'm telling you. Because, like, a lot of places that you travel to, I realize that, like, where we live, the police, like, I mean, they harass people. Like, that's no doubt. But they're a lot, as far as our town, they're a lot more lenient on certain things. Mm-hmm. As to where I travel through Oklahoma on occasion. Yeah. Never fails that I will get harassed there. Never. I could be doing the speed limit and I'll get harassed in Oklahoma. It is insane.
Not do like that's that is a whole touchy subject on its own. Is like the corruption behind the police force and things like that in certain areas, not every area, but there is corruption behind that in some places, and they do harass people just to get those bonuses, just to get those checks and things like that. And you like, that's why it's dangerous traveling to these areas, because like you'll never know unless you've heard stories or you see something on the media about it.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like, thank God for the media. The awareness that we have on like certain locations and areas about the dangers you'll have to face, whether it be criminals or the quote unquote protection system that's dangerous, is like, just thank God for the media, because they've helped, open my eyes and help me be more aware of where I go.
Oh yeah, it's like last episode. Like that's another thing that the older generations on the media is only portraying this side of the third. No, they're like both sides are telling a truth. I'm not saying it's 100% true. There's biases, but like both sides are. Fox and CNN are both telling us. BBC is BBC News is both telling us. Like all these different sources are telling us like information. It's just a matter of how it's perceived. One thing I will say, the best trip I think I've ever taken was to Miami.
Okay.
100% like most fun trip that I've ever taken.
Okay.
As far as like by myself, because I'm only 23. I think I was like 21 at the time.
Yeah. Okay.
21 or 20. No, I'd been 22. I'd have just turned 22 at the time.
What you do in Miami?
Man, we went to Miami Heat game. Jimmy Butler, please send me a signed jersey. I love you.
Get this man right, please.
We went to the Miami Heat game. It was actually the game that him and Udonis Haslem fought. Not like fist fight, but like almost fist fought at against Golden State. Man, that was such a good game. I remember that. That was a great day.
Got this man reminiscing.
I'm saying the beaches were beautiful. The ladies were beautiful.
Yes, they are.
No disrespect to Shawty at home, but
The Miami women.
sun kissed, delicate or delicacy. I'm saying, but what was the best trip that you like can say hands down was the most fun for you?
Well, I haven't been on many, but I love that my folks have always tried to give me an experience. So I'll say the best one I had was when I went to Jersey, then Virginia, and I went to go visit my folks up there. It was me, my father, and a couple of my uncles. We they all stay local, but they went to go visit my other uncle up there and his family, and then we also had some other aunties and cousins up there. So we went up there for a week and a half, and we legit, bro. We explored everything. We went to the pier, we went to New York, we went to all around the New Jersey, the places. We saw the good, the bad, the troubled. My dad got conned into buying some dude's mixtape. Yeah, got flipped off by a taxi driver. All the New York things.
Flipped off by a taxi driver is wild.
Dude, it was, we had some great food too. Like, it was a couple places there that
It's right there. I can get it. Our audio listeners would be
okay.
almost at it. But yeah, got flipped off by a taxi driver.
yeah. You had some great food. Dude. Like, that's why I love traveling. It opens my mind up so much, and it gives you such a different experience.
That's true. I think it was the episode with Sydney. I remember we had asked him what his favorite kind of pizza was. He said Papa John's. I really can't get past that. Papa John's is not good. But I realized that like my favorite foods, and I realized this after my girlfriend asked me. She was like, what's your favorite food? I was like, you can't get my favorite food here. Like crimpets, like I recognize no one had heard of crimpets here.
Okay.
Because it's East Coast food. Well, probably northern food, but East Coast food. Like you can find them at gas stations. Their hostess might as well be Tasty Cakes. Like Tasty Cakes is their brand up there. And so like when I travel, I do. I'm saying like when I travel, it's weird because it's almost like I do start to experience, or anybody really, but I do start to experience like different like foods and different cultures through the food, and like I'm a picky person.
Yeah,
I'm a very picky person when it comes to my food, and I don't like I have to force myself to try new things. Mm-hmm. Like, but when it comes to traveling, it almost feels like it's not like a burden by any means. It's like a pleasure.
Yeah.
So like even when the group that I normally travel with, they're always like, oh, let's go to this Asian place, let's go to that Asian place. I do my best to never eat the same like kind of food twice.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I can experience squid from one place and then experience like I don't know, eel from the next, my life's fulfilled.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it is fulfilled. But like if I only sit there and I'm like, oh well, no, I'm only gonna eat the chicken tenders. That makes traveling so bad.
I got one of those chicken tender friends. You know who you are. You know who you are. But yeah, dude, I love like traveling. When it comes to traveling, as we stated before on the show, I love to cook, and traveling different places opens your mind up to like different cuisines from different cultures. And oh my gosh, I love like just learning about new stuff. We were talking about a couple of days ago Haitian spaghetti. I'm trying to find the stuff to cook me some Haitian spaghetti. Something that I made previously. Fufu and egusi soup. Jollof rice, ramen.
I'm still waiting on the ramen.
Some xiaolong bao, bro. Like I love cooking because I feel like it opens my mind up and gets me, at least lets me tap my toe into the waters of a different culture. Because like there's a lot of stories behind the food that they eat. Like even with us here, like staple in the quote unquote black ghetto southern household, chitlins, hog maws, pig feet. Like there's a story behind all that. Have you know the story behind of why we eat those?
Educate the crowd.
Well, back in the day where we were quote unquote put down as a society, those were the scraps that they left to us. And like the stipulation of black people use a lot of seasoning comes from having to dress those up in a manner to where they didn't taste disgusting. So like, people joke around. Some people don't use seasoning, and some people use too much seasoning. They didn't use the seasoning because they had the regular food. They didn't have to dress it up and make it taste nice because it already tasted decent as it was. We had to make it. We had to put some spin on it, put some pizzazz on it. So we didn't realize that we were sitting there eating intestines. We were eating the feet of the pig, what they walked on all day. We were eating the insides and the gross bits. And, it's a story behind 9 times out of 10, the major culture's dishes and things like that. There's a story behind it. And it's sometimes sad but beautiful all at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I very much agree with the beauty of the story. What's interesting is a lot of Southern food, not all Southern food, but a lot of Southern food was derived from like slaves.
Yeah.
Like, and people like when I tell them about that, they're like, no, like fried chicken was blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, like you look back. You call a spade a spade. Like, I mean, it just is what it is. And like, I feel like as far as different cultures go, when there's so much appropriation that happens that like historically speaking it like you travel to Italy, right?
Yeah.
Your expectation is, oh well, pizza is from here. Well, yeah, but the pizza that you're used to is not the pizza that they have here. Yeah. So like your idea of what it is drastically wrong.
Yeah, over here we've Americanized everything that's here.
Right, like, and it's crazy, and so like I encourage people to like, I mean like, use your money responsibly, but I encourage people to like travel and do their best. I really hope that like a travel app or something like sponsors us one day, so I can be like, well, I use Hopper, or I use I don't know, kayak.
Okay.
I don't know.
One of the ones that I think have a good jingle to it is Trivago, Hotel Trivago.
Oh my gosh.
I love that look. Hotel Trivago.
Bro, I really like those apps because like they almost do better as far as like different travel means. Like they almost do better as far as like rentals, right?
Yeah.
Like, but you obviously don't have to choose a rental. Like you can take your own car.
Yeah.
Like again, for the trip that I took, 6 hours away, not that bad. But even like after I got back and I had to go visit my girlfriend, like getting back, I was like, dang, like the back bumper is really dirty because like I think I hit like a mud whatever.
Bro, you just be taking your car through it, bro.
I'm telling you, but you would never know because Stain Doctor Detail gets me right
every time, bro.
Gets me right, and so because of that, like I think that's another reason that I'm more keen to like drive places. But of course you can't drive everywhere. Like so the whole Jamaica trip that we were taking at some point, Like, that's going to be a hard one because I know that we're going to carpool for that.
Yeah.
I reckon if we decide to, drive for that.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to carpool for it. But I know that not everybody, like you said, not everybody can, like, do the whole driving thing. And so, like, is it going to be like, okay, well, am I going to drive? Or I'm going to switch off with my girlfriend because she can drive? Like, how is this supposed to go? And then the miles added to cars. When I tell you, no one that I know has to get more oil changes than me because I drive everywhere.
Well, yeah. You putting all those miles in your car, yeah.
I'm telling you.
It just makes sense.
Like, I'm so thankful for my car because it'll tell me my oil life. But, like, even after this last trip, it went, like, I got an oil change the day before, and when I got back, my oil life was at 88%. I was like, good Lord, I need to do better.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
That is ridiculous.
This is insane. But, like, I do also have to give credit to, like, my vehicles and my style of travel because, like, plane tickets, insanely high. Yeah. Insanely high.
No, like, I say it depends on, like, where you're going and when you're going.
Yeah.
Because that does have a big part to play in it. If you're planning your trip out, like, farther out, then, yeah, you can get a little bit of discounted price. Thankfully, I found my friend put me up on this app for students. I can't think of the name of it. But, like...
They don't sponsor us. They don't need to know the name.
Right.
Not like Stain Doctor Detail.
Nice. I like that. But, dude, like, that day, the ticket that I bought for the next day out to Miami was a $200 ticket.
For real?
$200, bro.
Put me on.
And I was doing.
Yeah,
granted, it's a student. It's a student.
That's okay. I'll re-enroll.
Hey, no, I'm not gonna lie. With those prices, they'll get you right.
I will re-enroll.
The next day out, $200, bro, and like, it was American Airlines, so like that was my first time flying. I hadn't heard anything bad. I had a great flight, a pretty okay experience.
That's another thing that I struggle with is like hearing reviews about like
the different airlines.
Yeah, I don't. Because you see like a lot of videos online. And like, granted, a video probably doesn't show you the full context of what happened, but like, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, acts like a duck, it's probably a duck kind of situation. And so, like, when I see these people throwing, I saw this video of this woman, and I think it was fake. I'm pretty sure it's fake, but it triggered some stuff for me. I saw this video of this woman who was saran wrapping. She bought like 6 seats and saran wrapped the seats to try to make her own first class like seat in coach. And I was like, dog, like, is this like a real thing that like entitled people are doing?
Yes.
Like, that was so strange to me. And they were like, you can't just do this. Like, and she was like, I paid for all 6 of these seats. He was like, I don't care if you paid for the entire flight. You're not doing this. Like, and I just thought to myself, dang, you go, flight attendant.
Oh, me, yo, like, yeah, good, kudos to them, because like you can't just do that.
No.
Like, I don't care what if you pay for it, no matter what, bro. Like, other people need those seats too. There are a lot of people trying to get to somewhere that you're going as well. You can't be that selfish. I don't care what you've grown up with. The world doesn't owe you anything. Get over yourself.
One thing though, one of my like dirty confessions that I do have to make is I did try to date a girl who was a flight attendant for cheaper flights. For cheaper flights, yeah. Two. I did try to date 2 girls. Oh. One of them was like a manager of an international airline. So I was like, girl, let me tell you, je ne sais quoi. I love you. Like, I was ready, right? But she don't mess with the kid no more.
God, that's sad.
And she can't because I'm locked in.
Yeah, so like it don't matter now. Right. So what's another?
I'll show it to you after. We all gonna get right. The other one though, she was just always traveling. She was like, I'll be back in Arkansas, and I was like, dog, I'm not in Arkansas because I'm in Colorado. She was like. And it was like a whole thing, but nevertheless, I always try to play the system like heavily. $200 is wild. I'm still stuck on that.
No, it was right. The price was right.
Like that's a real good, especially for Miami.
Yes.
I looked at my Vegas tickets for an upcoming trip, and like $200. If I could have got $200, I'd be a happy son of a. Bro.
That short time notice and getting that. Yeah, I was. Thank the Lord.
Now, on the flip side of that, though, gas prices are like rising like crazy. And so I don't know that driving is even a viable option anymore nowadays.
Dude, last week, I had took a trip somewhere. It was somewhat of a lengthy drive, and then I got back and my tank was low, so I was looking at it and I was like, okay, I might have to get some gas. I looked at it. In the day that I made that trip, went home, went to sleep, and woke up the next morning, the gas price had jumped up like $50. I was like, what? Why? I was like, why? What happened?
My heart. I'm sorry.
Not only that, I had to switch to like, my car was messing up because I was, using trash gas and I wasn't doing the proper treatments. So now I had to go up a grade. That just made it more expensive. So, don't we just love it over here, man?
I didn't even know that was I guess I did know that was a thing. But like, I have Walmart Plus. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could not survive without Walmart Plus because it'll take that 10 cents off. I used to have the Shell thing or whatever, and it would take 3 cents off or 10 cents off. Like, it was never consistent. Shout out Wally World. They stay consistent.
I got the Murphy rewards, and like I can get like 50 cents off, and I got like almost 1,000 points, bro. Like I could get like a full tank for like $10 maybe.
Let me tell you that.
Shout out to rewards programs. Y'all be getting a dude right for real.
I'm saying Casey's. Somebody put on their story that they got like a full tank for like. It was a Jeep too, so it was like normally expensive. I want to say they got it for like $8.
That's
was like
crazy.
I was like, share.
Give me the secrets. Give me your promotion code. Give me something.
I'm saying, she was like, Casey's Rewards. I was like, I'm gonna start using your phone number. She was like, sure. I said,
you ain't said nothing but a word.
I'm saying, like I was ready, but like, and I think that's gonna be like one of our saving graces as far as like, well, no, actually, I take that back. Electric cars are probably gonna be our saving graces with that, but they charge so slow.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And my boss, he'll travel in his electric car, and I think to myself, I'm like, how are you getting from point A to point B effectively? Because that thing only has like maybe 400-mile range, which like doesn't seem bad.
That's how much mine has on a full tank. It'll get you right. It'll get you there.
It will. Like mine, going up there. We got there with 12 miles to spare. I was like, cool. That's whatever. This man in this electric car is not. You're not, because then you gotta like book a hotel to stay for the 20 million hours it takes to charge. Electric cars are.
How do you feel about them trying to outlaw gas-powered cars in the next 7 years?
It frustrates me because I finally got my dream car. And now I won't be able to drive it.
You won't know. Dude, that's crazy that they're trying to outlaw regular cars. And it's so soon.
It pisses me off. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm not going to lie. I want that point for in our conspiracy theory episode. I got a whole tangent on that. But that's besides the point.
But it's like electric cars, again, not to get political, but electric cars really aren't that much better for the environment. Because how do you get rid of the lithium batteries?
Exactly, yeah.
And then one of the places that I will go is an auto or a mechanic shop, an auto service shop, whatever you call it, for my job. And me and one of the techs had a full-on conversation about that. And he was like, yeah, like if I were to put my diesel truck in a field and just run the exhaust, it like the field would grow because it's taking in, the carbon, right?
Yeah.
If you tried to dispose of an electric battery in the same field, it would take like a stupidly high amount of time to degrade. And so it's like, yes, at face value, you're like saving the earth or whatever because the ozone layer. Like, okay, cool, but you're really not. You're really not at the end of the day. And I know that that's such a controversial topic.
It is,
but it's one of those. It's a hill that I would die on. There's no way that you could possibly think that you were saving this earth.
Some people do, bro, because like they don't do the background research on it.
It's crazy.
They don't do like the insides and be like, okay, so this is actually better. This actually produces chemicals that are better for the earth. Like we're really just recycling what we use and putting it back out there, and then, but no, it's electric, so it's better for the environment and all that. It's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot that goes into it.
What was interesting is like my boss, he didn't even get it like his electric car for the sake of, because pulling up to an auto body shop or auto service shop in an electric car is like why are you here? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, he didn't even get it to save the earth. I mean, very like environmentally friendly person, but he didn't get it to save the earth. He just got it because of the convenience. Because I mean, electric cars are convenient cars. Like they come with a lot of things that like a gas car can't.
Yeah.
You just physically can't. Like the trunk space, the front space, like all that different stuff. But like, one thing that and I will say, Dodge, I feel like did it perfectly. Dodge is releasing the it's like an electric charger, quote unquote, but it's like the Banshee, essentially.
Hard name.
It is so ugly, but it's so cool. Because like there's this mode on there where you can make it sound like a gas powered Dodge. Like it'll scream. And you know, like for all my Dodge owners out there, the Hellcat engines, like I don't know if you ever heard a Hellcat engine when it's like zooming down the street. Yeah, it's loud, but there's this whine, and the whine is so beautiful. Like it's one of those things that made me fall in love with Dodge. It's like that whine, like no other car has that.
Oh, them car people just moistening their socks right now.
I'm saying, like even if you hate Dodge cars, you can't hate that. You can't hate that whine. And like, it's gonna be hard whenever like, you know, gas powered cars are outlawed. It's gonna be hard not seeing like these Hellcat Durangos and these Trackhawks with that whine just going down the street. I'm willing to bet all the money in the world that right before these cars get outlawed, there's gonna be like a huge car meet somewhere. Everybody will travel there.
Yeah, most definitely.
And it's gonna be like Fast and Furious like 27. Like
we are the Fast and Furious.
Like I'm saying,
this
like
is our family.
I would be shocked if I didn't see like a car flying and another car like trying to take off to the like all these different things. Because I get it. I get the thought process behind, you know, electric cars, but it's just not. It's not environmentally friendly. Yeah. But whoever wants to take this and run with it, I'm sure you've thought of it. If we make cars powered off of like water, off of like air, like all these different things, our environment would be great, and we'd be okay. Oh, but wait, the gas companies lose if.
I was gonna say, bro, you diving into that conspiracy theory world. Oh, I got a couple names for you in that department.
I'm saying,
saving that. Oh my goodness,
man, that's so crazy.
Deep diving on some of this stuff is crazy. That's
what's when they get the iceberg or whatever. Like looking at the iceberg and like seeing like, oh, at face value it's this and this with gas. But then like do you look underneath the yeah. My God, I'm ready for that episode. That's gonna be exciting. You wanna go ahead and film this? No, I'm joking. Listen.
It's gonna be lit.
We got our after show debate to get to. What's your favorite brand of car?
I'm not a big car person, so I don't think I have any preference really. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's a car brand you would avoid?
Car brand I would avoid? See, that one's hard too, cause like Jeep. Say what I said earlier. Jeep. I'm not a big fan of Jeeps.
I hate Jeeps.
The stipulation behind them, the amount of people that have them. Jeeps are like lettuce. Like everybody has them. Like they're just there.
They're releasing an electric Jeep, and I think that's incredibly hilarious with all the electrical failures that Jeeps typically have. So we'll see how that goes. My favorite, obviously, hands down, is gonna right now at least is Dodge. I own a Dodge. I love my Dodge. Like,
that was my first vehicle. It was a Dodge. It was a Dodge Ram, 2010.
I remember you telling me about that. Yeah. Dodge, man. There's something about like getting behind a Dodge and like you feel like that guy.
Yeah.
You might not. Mine's a V6. I feel like that guy.
I'm not gonna lie, that truck was hit, bro. That truck was it.
Like, I'm telling you, it's... Listen! Thank you so much for tuning into Lessons from the Inside. I'm glad you enjoyed your refreshments, your drinks, your snacks, whatever. I did that in the wrong order again. Special shout out to our sponsor, Stain Dr. Detail. We appreciate you. We love you. Please get with him to get right.
Let us know what y'all favorite car is or what cars y'all very much dislike.
We know what Sydney's gonna put. We know what you're gonna put.
Vroom, vroom.
Big Vet Gang, Big Drac. Oh my, I love that car. That car is beautiful.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, oh, yeah, that is beautiful. I will say one thing. What is it? Not Wraith. What is it called?
The Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. That's the one that I'll say I like that one. So if you like anything like that, luxury or anything like that, bro, just let us know. It can be luxury. It could be a hoopty hoop. It just let us know.
He said a hoopty, bro. I'm gonna judge you if it's a hoopty. I'm gonna judge you.
He won't.
I will.
No, it's a judge free.
I would judge from this.